Joining me now on this episode of Locally Sourced CCP is Raul Hernandez,
What's up?
Director
What's
of
up?
Photography and CEO at Ravisuals. What's up, man?
What's up, brother? Chilling, man. How you doing?
Doing good, man. Thanks for joining us, man. Just uh, like I said before, we'd like to, highlight local businesses, local talent as well. I mean, you're
Okay.
one of I'm going to say one of the premier production companies here in El Paso. I know you don't just work here in El Paso, so that's one of the cool things about your company. Talk a little about Raw Visuals and what you guys do.
Awesome, brother. Thanks for having me, first of all, bro. For sure, man. So Ravisuals, we're a production company, video production. We do both video production and photography. So yeah, brother. I mean, we're here. We do everything from commercials, music videos. We even do weddings, quinceañeras. A little bit of everything. So yeah, brother.
That's awesome, man. I mean,
What we do.
is there some things you like to shoot like versus something else, or do you just like the all around creativity that you get to do in the production business?
For sure, music videos, man. It's my favorite. That's why I left to LA because I wanted to do videos. So that's like my favorite thing, and then also feature films, man. I've done some feature films in the past, but I want to do more for sure, especially as a DP cinematographer. Just to experience with lighting and all that. So,
That's
and I
awesome.
mean, I just like being on set. Commercials, all that. But oh yeah, like music videos is probably like the best thing for sure.
Talk a little bit how you got started in the industry. I mean, all the way back when did you first pick up a camera or set up some lights or a set? I mean, talk a little bit about your background and basically where do you come from, man?
I come from here from Paso, man, Socorro. I grew up in Socorro. Went to Socorro High School. And yeah, bro, like they had a good program there at Socorro High School for media production. Back in the day, it was more like for production for like news TV.
Mhm.
So that's where I started, bro. Back in 1998, I think it was. I took the class and I just went in there because it looked like a fun class. I'm like, let me check it out. At that time, I didn't know what I wanted to do, but like I had tried a bunch of other classes in high school. When you're in high school, you're like, shit, what am I gonna do after high school and all that? So I was kind of freaking out. I tried everything. After a while, I was like, you know what, man, let me just get into this media tech class, check it out, and it was fun, bro. As soon as I got a camera in my hands, it was over, bro. I just wanted to shoot all the time and edit, and that's where it started, bro. I started working at right out of high school. They got me a job at the TV stations, so I started working at Channel 4 on back in 1999, and then yeah, I did Channel 4 for like 2.5 years, and then I ended up going to Channel 26. So probably did about like 5 years of news.
That's cool, man. Anything that you miss from shooting news or anything that you miss from that industry at all?
I do, bro. I mean, you know how it was, man. You were there too. It was cool, bro. Just like all the homies, man. There was like I don't know, man. It was just a good time, and but what I like from shooting news, like I actually miss shooting sports, bro. Like I really like shooting sports, like everything football, basketball. That was dope. Especially like when I was at what is it, Channel 26. They used to send me to San Antonio for the Dallas Cowboys camps. So I did that for a couple of years, and then they sent me to Tucson for the baseball camp. So that was dope, man. That was like probably the thing that I missed the most for sure.
Dude, that's one of the coolest perks. Like I know a lot of people think that, oh, if you're in the news industry, no matter what you do, you make a lot of money, and that's far from it unless you're in one of
Yeah.
the bigger markets. But I mean,
Yep.
one of the biggest perks was like being able to see the behind the scenes stuff of the sports, hang out on the sidelines of different places, like
Yep.
shooting
Yep.
basketball games. That was I have to admit that I do miss that a lot and miss hanging out with everyone that works there, all the photographers and everything like that. That was a different kind of scene and something you
Yeah.
can't really get anywhere else.
Yep. Yep. No, I meant, and remember, like even like going to the Diablos to shoot the Diablos and going upstairs to get that buffet, the food. That was also, that was also pretty dope, man. I missed that. Or at the Sun Bowl when you used to go to the games and go, just go out there and munch out.
Dude, I think when I left the industry, I think I lost a lot of weight because of that. Because you go to all the sports. You're right. They had food for all the photographers and
Yeah, man. Especially like in like the Sun Bowls, they or all the UTEP games, they had all the tailgating,
Mhm.
and we would go cover that, and I would just be eating, man. Like all the stands, I would know people were like, "Hey, come over here, eat a burger or something." That's all. I was just eating everywhere. Shit.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
that was a cool perk, man. That's one thing I
Uh,
do miss from that stuff. But let's talk a little bit about raw visuals, man. How did that get started? And talk a little about some of the favorite things some of the things that you love doing with your company.
Raw Visual started when I came back from LA, man, because I was in LA for 10 years. So when I came back, I didn't have a company yet because I've been working freelancer this whole time. And when I came back, I was setting up a bunch of businesses. I just wanted to work. but it was it's different over here. Like you need to have a company. Like if people, everybody would always ask me like, who do you work for, or you know, what's your company or whatever. And I was like, no, but just myself, you know.
Yeah.
And I guess to make it more legit, it was like, all right, I need to start a company. I need to, you know, get a name and make business cards and all that, you know. So I just kind of started, you know, brainstorming, started thinking. It took me forever to come up with a name, bro. Like I still have a list of all the names that I came up with. Like at the time, I was still traveling back and forth to LA.
Yeah.
So when I would go to LA for work, like I would go over there 2 weeks, shoot for 2 weeks, come back and shoot over here, and like, just back and forth, you know. And then I would always travel on the bus. So I'll be in the bus for like 14 hours. I remember one day, just I was in the bus and just came up with like 30 names, bro. And I was like, man, none of them, I didn't like any of them, bro. Till finally I was like, you know what? Let me just keep it simple. My nickname in LA is Raw. They just call me, you know, short for Raul. They just call me Raw, and I was like, what do I do? Visuals, but you know, just combine those. So I came up with Raw Visuals. Yeah.
Nice, man. And
Yeah.
I know you guys do everything from commercials, quinceañeras, music
Yep.
videos. What is, I think, if you had to narrow it down to one thing, that one production you've done, maybe like someone you've met or gotten to hang out with because of your company and because of what you do. Talk a little about some of your favorite like celebrities or artists that you've worked with that's always going to be with you.
I mean, that although I like the big artist was back when I was in LA, so that was before I started my company.
Mhm.
But yeah, man, when I was in LA, I got to work with a bunch of artists, especially like artists that I grew up listening to, man, like Ice Cube, Snoop,
Mhm.
you know, all these old school cats, bro, Cypress Hill. So getting to work with them, bro, it was pretty dope, man, you know, and that's when I kind of figured out like, oh shit, after being on the grind for so long, because when I left news, I didn't know what I wanted to do, you know. I mean, I was like, fuck, man, should I stay in news or what? You know, I always wanted to do music videos. So I was like, you know what, let me go to film school. So I went to film school in Hollywood. And so, yeah, being out there, I just grinded for like 2 and 3 years, man, until finally, you know, I started getting some work, you know, and started a company out there in LA called Ski TV. And then that company is what pretty much led us to doing all these videos with big artists, you know. So yeah, man, just I did a bunch of it. I did hundreds of videos for hip hop artists, and then I kind of transitioned to the banda scene. So I
Mhm.
started doing videos for everybody from Regulo Caro, Gerardo Ortiz. Recently, I did some for Cristian Nodal. I did one for him in Mexico City, and then we did another one in Colombia. So yeah, man, it's been dope, man. I've been able to travel, you know, pretty much everywhere, and yeah, man, and now I'm back in El Paso and started my company. So
That's
yeah, man,
awesome, man.
it's been
What,
dope.
and you are for hire. I mean, is there I'll include your information below. That way, if anyone's interested, they can get in touch with you if that's all right.
Dope, dope.
And
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I've seen a lot of your stuff, man, and you do a lot of awesome production work and photography. I know your wife does photography as well, right?
Yes, yeah, yeah. Yeah, man, when we started the company, it was like, I don't know if she started, or she was already practicing. So yeah, she wanted to learn it, man. So I just got her a camera, you know. I was like, you know, I got her like a T5i or something. I'm like,
Yeah.
here you go, babe, just play with this. And she was having trouble with the settings. So I was like, you know what, just put it in automatic and just learn how to shoot first, learn how to frame. So once you got that down, then you start learning the, you know, I mean, all the settings and all that. So that's how she picked it up, bro. And she's doing dope right now. She's doing awesome.
I think that's the best way to learn, and especially in this industry, is to grab a camera and just start shooting.
Do it, yeah.
I mean, that's how I learned. My first camera was a freaking little Kodak 1.5 megapixel camera
Yeah,
that I started shooting with, and just kind of gradually from there upgraded and hopefully got a little better. But
yeah.
I just think like, especially if you're in this industry, it's basically like what they like. You just got to keep practicing. You got to keep shooting just to get
Pretty
better.
much.
And
Yep, yep.
the cool thing is too, I think, was especially someone from you is that you guys also do sometimes. You guys have done workshops in the past,
Hmm.
but I know because of the pandemic and everything going on, it's kind of slowed down a little bit. But did the pandemic affect your business at all during this time, or how did it affect you guys?
It did, man, for sure. Like pretty much, especially when it comes to weddings, bro, everything got canceled. Weddings, quinceañeras, all those events got canceled, bro. So it was like, oh shit, we already had like 10 booked or something like that. So everything just got either canceled or postponed. So we were like, oh shit. And then yeah, man, everything, man, commercials. Nobody was shooting music videos at that time for sure. So everything like we were slow for like or just shut down for like 2 months. And then after that, we started getting hit up for businesses like gyms, restaurants that wanted to show that they're I guess they were clean, you know, they were like disinfecting and all that, so they wanted us to film that. So we got a bunch of those commercials.
Right.
And yeah, and then just like recently just started picking up, bro. Everybody just wants to shoot, you know. Everybody that's been on lockdown is like, all right, now we got to go, we got to shoot, we got to start promoting.
Hmm.
So it's been good, man. We've been grinding.
Well, that's good, man. I mean, any plans for the future? Where do you see Raw Visuals in the future, man? What do you want to happen with your company?
Just keep growing, bro. Just keep growing. Growing the company for sure. Especially when it comes to like weddings and all that. I mean, because commercials and music videos, that's always there, man. Like I don't even promote that. Like if you notice, if you go to my website, I don't even really promote, you know, music videos, all that, because they already like I'm already in that industry. You know, they already know me there. So when I get hit up, you know, I just got to show them my real, like if they don't know me yet. So yeah, man, I just want to keep pushing weddings and all that. Keep building my team, keep building, and then also and just I want to start like you said earlier, like we did some workshops, but I want to continue doing that, man. I've been building a team here with other production companies, other directors here. Everybody has their own little company,
Mhm.
but we always come together and we do these workshops, man. So I want to continue doing that.
Awesome, man. If there's anything we can help with, man, let me know. Be cool to be a
Yeah,
part
yeah,
of
for
it.
sure, brother. Let's do
Hey,
it, man.
any advice to any upcomers, like high school students, anyone want to get in the industry? Any advice from a pro like yourself? What advice would you give?
Yeah, bro. Just like I said, like with my wife, man, just do it, man. Don't be afraid. Just pick up the camera and start shooting. You know what I mean? Don't get too caught up with all the technical stuff or like nowadays everybody wants to have the latest and greatest camera. You know, oh, I need to buy the new Red or I need to buy the new Sony. You know, this like you don't really need to, bro. Like all these cameras pretty much look dope. When we started, like these cameras that we had, the beta cams and all that shit. You know what I mean? Like those cameras were expensive. You couldn't just pick one up and
Mhm.
shoot. You know what I mean? You couldn't even buy those at the store. Nowadays you can buy a camera anywhere, bro, you know, and there's no excuse not to do it, you know.
Yeah,
And
especially
that
now,
camera,
man.
what's that?
No, go. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I was
Oh,
just
no, it's all good. Yeah, I was gonna say you can't really fuck up those cameras, you know what I mean? Like you have to really try hard to mess up the footage on these cameras. These new cameras pretty much shoot themselves. So
yeah.
don't get caught up with the technical stuff. Just put that on automatic and just learn how to shoot, you know, just learn how to frame first. If you want to do video or photos, just shoot. You shoot at home, your family, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And then yeah, that's how you get better.
And these kids now are spoiled because they got like better cameras on their phone than we did when we were growing up, man.
Right?
But now,
Yeah, bro.
I really appreciate you joining us, to me, man. Anything else you want to say, Ryan, before we end today?
Um, nah, brother, just that, man. I guess, yeah, just whenever we'll keep, I mean, I'll keep you guys posted because I really want to get these workshops going. If it doesn't open up yet or whatever, it takes a while. Like I do want to do maybe even just kind of like what we're doing right now.
Yeah,
Like, you know, I don't know what to call like the training, like workshops, but you know, through the camera, through the computer. So I want to do some more of that, you know, and yeah, brother, just follow me on my Instagram, Facebook, all that for sure.
nice, man.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and I'll include that in the description below, man, and all your
Okay.
contact info. If anyone needs some production done,
Yep.
um, well, they can hit you up in the description, man, and hopefully get you some more business and keep it local, man. You know what I'm saying?
Awesome, awesome, brother. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
Raul from Raw Visuals. Thanks for joining me today, man.
Yeah. Peace.
Later.